Hey guys, what's going on? My name's ClickPanda33, and today I've got another woodworking project to share with you. For a little bit of context, this is a birthday gift I made for my mom. 2 days from now is when I'll be giving it to her. But a while ago, she'd given me a painting that she had so I could make a frame for it for her. And she was like, you know, in your own time, just whenever you get the chance to. So it's been sitting in my living room staring at me for the last 2 months. And I decided, you know, I was gonna do something for that, you know, for her birthday. It's something she asked me to do, might as well do it at some point. But instead of framing it, I made a shrine for it. So you can see, I left that side open so you could put an incense burner up there if you felt like it. And then I left the roof solid on this side, and it just turned out so well. In my opinion, at least. I think it turned out looking really, really snazzy. Because it's one of those things, you drop a design and you're like, oh yeah, that'll be awesome. But there was definitely a lot of figuring to do with this. It's like making the sides, like I started obviously with the dimensions of this. But I wasn't really working off of fixed measurements. I just needed it to be big enough to fit that. It's like this, for example. This is like 16 inches wide, and my original template for this was like 16 3/4 inches wide, so I barely left myself any room for the thickness of the material I had to build the main box out of. So that wound up being too small. Because of the material that I used for the sides. So made another template for a larger version, cut out 2 that were roughly the same with my jigsaw. Same enough that I could run these slats front to back to make up the main body of the roof, which again, it turned out so well. I think it's super fucking cool. And then I framed out the front with some of these fancy bits of molding I got from Lowe's. And then you can't really tell on the video, but it goes from this leaf molding to a piece of cove all the way around. And then on the sides, I used half round to frame out the sides and hide where the plywood edges were. And then funny enough, I've just pictured myself being able to finagle the painting in there. Not so, not nearly enough room to do that. So I had to cut a slot out of the bottom so I could slide this up and in. And then I put these dainty little legs on it. And I couldn't even find one small enough because the only thing of substance I had to mount those to was my framework on the sides. There's no actual framing on the front or back. It's just the molding here, and then on the back it's just plywood nailed to the frame I used for the sides. So I had nothing else to screw them into, so I had to get tiny little legs so they didn't stick way off the side and look weird. Yeah, I think she'll be mighty pleased. I know that I am with how it turned out. But that's it for this one. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video, comment to let me know what you think and what you'd like to see from me next. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.